5:30 a.m. client.
Hi, this is Mr. Cashflow Genie here at Atlanta's Hartsfield Airport, actually specifically the Renaissance Concourse Hotel. And I'm here at Dani Johnson's First Steps to Success event, which is world-renowned, acclaimed trainer, mentor, business success coach, Dani Johnson, and one of her dearest Converse students, friends, and of course world-class entrepreneur in his own right, Marty. Talk with Marty here about what's been going on this weekend here in Atlanta. Marty, welcome.
Welcome.
Thank you very much for spending some time with Mr. Cashflow Genie.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Got a beautiful weekend here.
Gorgeous.
So tell me, what brought you to Dani Johnson in the first place?
In the first place, I was a guest for a pass with a very respected business associate of mine. He invited me to one of these, and out of honoring him and the success that we've had together and my respect for his business acumen, I attended.
Wonderful. And what are some of the things you've learned from being exposed to First Steps to Success and Dani Johnson?
I come from the construction industry, and about 2.5 years ago, that industry collapsed upon itself. Being involved with First Steps and DaniJohnson.com, and also creating a dynasty, which is a follow more intense workshop deal. I've been able to parlay those skill sets and that knowledge and turn them into practical application to not only have my business survive in this incredibly down market, especially in my business, but I'm not surviving, I'm thriving. We're even looking at expanding out west, and it's been a big turn of events, and considering the realization of what's really going on in my industry as far as new construction. I've parlayed the skill sets and the people skills, recognizing people's personality, speaking their language, and there's also a lot of business acumen here that isn't available at other seminars and things like of the like. So.
Okay. So how long have you actually been exposed to Dani Johnson? How long have you been using her techniques?
I attended my first steps about 2.5 years ago, but about 13 months ago I made a decision to attend steadily for about a year, so that you can piggyback those things on top of each other, not only take that information and put it into practical application, but to make them become second nature. Like anything you do in business or in life, once it becomes second nature, you're not fighting to just flow out of you naturally. It becomes easier to conduct business. Okay. And having that, we're not missing out. Instead of having 10 people bidding on 8 jobs, today it's maybe 7 people bidding on 1. Now, we are never the lowest bidder, never. But what we've been able to do with the skill sets and the people skills and the other business skill sets is to be able to speak each individual's language, whoever the customer may be. See, I'm never looking for the next building. I'm looking for my next client.
Wonderful.
So to be able to take that and I'm not missing anybody.
Okay. Okay. So in real terms, how much of an increase in your income have you seen as a result of First Steps to Success?
Okay, I was coming into the very first steps back in April of '08. Pretty much at that time, even though it was riding a false market, I was pretty much kind of burnt out and put in a lot of hours, was wasting a lot of time. Time management and of the like that I've certainly been exposed to before, but never so much in that fashion to really get that honed down. I've never made more money, and I'm working a lot less hours, and even real key also with a lot less stress. That's huge.
Okay. Okay.
That's huge.
Now I noticed that you're also wearing a shirt that says "Creating a Dynasty."
That is correct.
Which is what the next event is.
Yes.
What does that mean to a person's business if they are running a home-based business, if they're running even a regular business out of
traditional business,
out of a storefront or a building?
Any business, even if you're professional. Dani has rocket scientists for clients. Any multitude of the professions out there, whether you're home-based, traditional business, contractors, doctors, lawyers, you name it. My daughter's an attorney with the United States government. She's been to First Steps.
Wow.
But the initial thing that you're exposed to and your eyes are opened up to at a First Steps to Success, as immense as that is, you're really still just scratching the surface. Dynasty is a 3-day physical, practical application of that, and sometimes in a workshop format, which really opens the door to polishing up those skill sets and be able to move that out into the real business world.
Okay, so if I've never been to a First Steps to Success, much less creating a dynasty, what is the one thing you want me to know that I think I need to hear to get me to this event?
I would say that you sign it. Hey, it's a money back guarantee, right? If you don't think you're going to get anything, I've never seen anybody ask for their money back. Believe me. But I'd like to. Let me answer that question with a different answer. Because I've been to many events, many dynasties, many of that. So you want to how much, whatever that dollar amount exactly is. Because I've traveled to London and Europe a few times with them and volunteered to help me on those events and been soaking up that atmosphere and also gaining more and more and more of that knowledge. Whatever that dollar amount is, I've made 10 times that much money. So ROI, return on investment, has been huge. But I would say somebody to come with positive expectations. Come with an open mind, and it will be everything that you hope for and more.
Okay, wonderful. Well, Marty, thank you very much for chatting with us today with Mr. Cashflow-Genie. I definitely look forward to seeing you at the next Dani Johnson at Creative Dynasty.
Mark, it's been a pleasure. It's really been a privilege knowing you.
Thank you.
I respect you a lot.
Thank you very much. Likewise, I do look up to you as someone that's definitely making it happen in the world of business through Dani Johnson. Okay, this is Mr. Cashflow-Genie. I'll talk to you on the next time.
Come see us at the next one.
Just the next event, Creating a Dynasty in December 2010, right here in Atlanta.